The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
The bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams, America's two favorite jackasses, here to present the number one video podcast in America, as we do each Monday, 1 o'clock Central Time. Thanks so much for tolerating us and putting up with us. And we have to acknowledge real quick before we mention some of the other things. Today is 9/11, the day that what was it, 4 jets that were hijacked and into the Pentagon, into the Washington area, and 2 into the
in Pennsylvania, I believe. And the passengers staged a rally and killed the hijacker, but unfortunately the plane crashed.
Yeah, 4. Yeah,
into the ground. Yeah,
the other 2 were the Twin Towers, where so many people perished. I think it was like 3,000. We were on the air at the time at the radio station we were employed by, and we immediately broke into continuous coverage because Ron was running back and forth to the TV to see what the story was. Because at that time, I don't believe we had a TV in the studio.
No, it was where 2 or 3 stations could watch it at the same time.
Finally, we ended up, after that incident, getting a TV in the studio so we could watch for news. I think the reason they never put it in there is because some of those lackluster wangadoodles would sit in there and pretend they're doing a show and be watching, Beavis and Butthead or whatever. Yeah.
We had a TV in our studio, but they took it out.
Yeah. Well, eventually I think they returned it after that incident. But anyway, it is Jack and Ron with a whole lot of things going on. Got to mention major sponsor of this podcast, Flash Hauler. They are the game changers in the moving industry, and they do a great job. They've got drivers all over the city. If you need to move a washer, a dryer, any furniture piece, or if you want to get involved in helping the elderly in your family move to a different location, they've got that too.
That's right. And with that in mind, we can mention Mom and Dad's House, now working with Flash Hauler. Let me tell you, downsizing, or you're moving to senior living, enjoying the good life, well, they can help you out. Do you need to sell your house first? They can help you with that. Yeah. Headaches of moving, too much stuff, stuff that you've gathered up and just stuck in a closet or a garage or whatever, get rid of it. And if you're worried about making repairs before selling your house, well, let me tell you something. Mom and Dad's House can help you with that. Again, in conjunction with Flash Hauler. You guys need to check them out.
And we'll tell you more about Flash Hauler here in just a little bit. Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com. All the details right there.
Something we have at the beginning of the program each and every time. I just noticed he said with this sturdy, broken down microphones. I'm saying, how sturdy? They're broken down.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's the way the introduction goes.
Yeah.
Sturdy,
broken down microphones.
How legit were they? All right, we've got some things to get to here. We got to thank the nice folks here at Othello's Italian Restaurant in Edmond. We do the show here every Monday at 1 o'clock at Othello's, and because we have the whole place to ourselves, basically, because they don't open till 4.
Well, somebody get in that kitchen. They're not here right now. Come on, whip us up a little something, man.
Yeah, maybe some ravioli, lasagna.
Yeah. Well, maybe check the refrigerator. And there may be something that's already made. They just need to cook it.
Throw it in the micro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, with that in mind, we're talking about different ethnicities now. Today is National Hispanic Heritage Month.
Excellent.
So enjoying the good life. Well, they can help you out. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, dos cervezas, por favor. Let's celebrate.
Gracias.
Yeah. All right, we've got to get to asinine trivia. Oh, by the way, we got to thank Richard, our illustrious producer who handles the equipment and all the setup for this deal each week. Richard does a great job, and we hit Richard with a thing called Asinine Trivia to begin the podcast every week. Here we go. It's trivia so easy, it's asinine.
Well, let's do tough.
Well, yeah, we forgot to do too tough. Well, my mind didn't hear today. I got a lot of things going. Okay, let's do too tough before we do asinine.
What is the only state, I shall repeat that, what is the only state where it is not illegal to drink and drive?
Wow.
You heard me correctly. What is the only state where it is not illegal to drink and drive? Boy, you hear that luggage?
Yeah, people packing right
pulling
now.
that luggage.
The first guess was Montana or Idaho.
Montana, and I said, what did I say? State of Washington, I thought, yeah.
All right, you're taking folks' guesses, and unfortunately for you all,
They're incorrect.
That's not it.
All right. Well, there you go. At the end of the podcast, we'll give you the answer to the question. I'll tell you what state.
And a little bit later on in the podcast, they ask how often we maybe work together. There's one time we did a video together, and you have not seen it, OKC, and the world watching this particular podcast. We have that video, and we saw it. This was done years and years ago. And I'll tell you, I'm just a tad embarrassed.
I was pretty impressed by your ability to perform as you did in this particular video. It's a commercial for a juice company, and we'll show it to you here in a little bit, probably right after we do our Hollywood update. Meanwhile, we got to do asinine trivia.
Come on.
This is where we ask Richard 3 questions, all so easy, it's asinine. All right, Richard, here we go. Question 1. What food do you normally put in a hot dog bun?
Hot dog.
There you go, a hot dog. Oh, here's one for you. What restaurant is known as the home of the Whopper?
Ooh, Burger King.
You got it.
Have it your way.
Finally, name the 2 guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma, who also eat peach cobbler from a dog bowl while wearing a flea collar and a leash and sitting in a dog cage as discipline for relieving themselves on the carpet, and who also perform the #1 podcast in America.
I don't know who they are, but I feel sorry for them.
Jack and Rob. They're nasty.
#1 video podcast in America.
But they're well trained.
Yeah.
They are well trained.
Very well trained. I got a couple things I want to do here. I got to give a shout out to guys who did my gutters over the weekend. I had a new roof put on, and I needed all new gutters. And it's a group called Brothers Gutters. 2 guys, Eric and Brian. Man, they are conscientious as all get out. Brothers Gutters, and you can go to brothersgutters.com if you want to know more. Brian and Eric, the best, man. I would highly recommend them to anybody. I got to also tell you about my my journey from Cincinnati. You want to hear this? I was in Cincinnati last week for the Labor Day holiday to see the daughter and her husband and the 2 grandkids.
Got there just in time for the big football game, didn't you?
We sure did. Well, here's the deal. We get ready to leave, and my wife and I pack up the car, and we don't wake any of the people in the house up because they're
asleep, relaxing.
Yeah, they're asleep. It's 4 a.m. Okay,
they're asleep.
Yeah, so we don't wake them up, and we're living in the guest house anyway, so it wouldn't wake them up. So we leave the guest house. And we pack up the car. Everything's ready to go. I hit the button to start, the start button. Click, 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 click. I'm like, oh, God, it's 4 a.m. The car won't start.
Yes, indeed. Okay, we're back.
Oh, we're back?
We were gone for a second. Just a hot second.
Okay.
Frozen. We were frozen.
All right, so anyway, 4 a.m, my wife and I are in the vehicle. We got our luggage all in there, ready to drive the 12.5 hours back to Oklahoma City. Click, 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 click. So I call Auto Club, AAA. A guy named Matthew comes out within 30 minutes. Great guy. Jumped it with a power pack or whatever and said, it's your battery. I said, well, I'm driving back to Oklahoma City. He said, go ahead, just don't shut the car off. I won't shut it off, buddy. We'll go all the way back to Oklahoma City
wait a minute.
without shutting it off because it may not start again.
You had a full tank of gas? You didn't have to stop for gas or anything?
No, we had to stop, but we just leave the engine run while you put the gas in it, right?
Jeez.
So anyway, we get to about Joplin, and I'm thinking, dang, when I get home, what are we going to do with this vehicle? Because it's my wife's transportation, and she needs to go to work the next morning. So I call Shannon. Shannon Brown is the sales guy at Eskridge Lexus, because this is a Lexus automobile or SUV. I call him and I tell him what's happening. He goes, "It's your battery." I said, "Well, is Stephanie there?" Stephanie Agee is the, what do you call, service director or whatever. So he says, "Yeah, I'll have her call you." She calls me. I said, "Hey, Stephanie, here's what's going on." She said, "Yeah, Shannon clued me into it. Said, if you can get here by 6 o'clock, just drive it straight into service. I'll have you a brand new demo to drive, and we'll take care of your battery and anything else that needs to be done tomorrow."
Good deal.
So, hey, hats off to Stephanie, hats off to Shannon Brown, hats off to Eskridge Lexus, because we got there before 6 o'clock. They had a brand new 2023 GX 460 for me to drive, and they took our car in, and not only did it require a new battery, but it was about time for the tire rotation and oil change. So hats off to them, man. Way to go. I really appreciated their efforts.
Ooh,
I mean,
right.
you can't beat that for a good time, right?
No, especially when you can't turn your car off.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say hello to, yes, I see your wife's watching, Mike Lauderdale, John Bennett, and to Wade Scott. Wade did some work for me this weekend. He
Really?
He painted the bedroom. I'm redoing all
Nice.
of that. And he's a big fan of ours. And I had one of these. Yes, this is a
the baby
Jack
picture,
and
yeah.
Ron baby picture. And let him have one of those. I said I'd see if I could get you to sign, which you did. and
I did.
Thank you. So it's signed, it's autographed, my friend. So I've got this for you. If you'd like one of these Jack and Ron baby pictures, it's real simple. We have a hotline that you can call, 405-509-5030. Now, if you have a soap opera moment or something like that, you want to get off your chest, doesn't matter. You can go ahead and do that and wait a second and then give us your address, and we will send you a Jack and Ron baby picture. It's just that simple.
Perfect.
Love to do that.
If you'd like one, you can get one. Got to say hi to Mike. Excuse me, Mike Lauderdale, Wade Scott, John Bennett, all checking us out today. Thanks, guys. Oh, I wanted to mention too. Remember our friend Kristen Davis?
Yeah.
Worked at Cumulus, still works at Cumulus, in fact.
Big redhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
Saw her over the weekend. She is now an investor in a new retail outlet. It's called Refined, designer handbags and scarves, clothes.
She's out of radio?
No, she's still working at Cumulus. She's just an investor in this project. So I met her over there when I walked in. She happened to be there this day. And it was just great to see her. And if you want to check out some great designer stuff, a lot of it on consignment. It's just west of Penn on Northwest 164th. Just west of Penn on Northwest 164th. Refined is the name of it. And she was excited as hell to see me. I know that's hard to believe. But then again, I was with my wife, and I think she was more interested in talking to Cindy than me. There you go.
Yeah, there you go, man. Hey, be happy about that.
Very happy. All right. Let's see. We got to get to some audio, right?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh, here's the deal. Gary Busey.
At it again.
He leaves a hit and run accident. And here he is talking.
Not Gary.
Yeah, believe it or not. Here he is talking to the lady whose car he ran into. Listen up.
You have scuffs all over your car.
Progressive Insurance.
I want the number. I want the information.
No.
Sir, you hit my car.
I'm private, dear.
It doesn't matter. You hit me. You hit my car. No, you rear-ended me. You can't hit someone and then leave. Yo, that's not okay. You hit my car. Sir, you don't get to just leave hitting someone. Dude, you can't hit someone and then just leave.
Unbelievable. And apparently he did leave, and eventually the police caught up with him, and they're not pressing any kind of charges because she doesn't want to press charges.
Why?
She just wants her car repaired.
Yeah, well, you could get your car repaired and get a little cash out of it.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a civil issue either because he left. Isn't it the law that you don't leave the scene of a crime? What's that? He left the scene of an accident. You're not allowed to leave the scene of an accident. You're supposed to stay there.
I guess that would be a hit and run, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Hit and run. By the way, our friend Steve Oakes is checking us out today. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. So anyway, Gary Busey in a little hot water one more time.
Now, this is his second or third time where he's been involved in some type of traffic mishap.
Yep.
Once was on a motorcycle, if I'm not mistaken, where he didn't have his helmet on and
cracked his head open.
Yeah.
Right?
So as we can see or hear, I don't know, but to just get in and just drive off, no. That some athletes and some celebrities do that, like they feel they're above the law.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the bad
that's
part.
wrong.
They think that they're above the law, and they
Doggone
can do
it!
that.
I get a ticket, you get a ticket.
Hey, there you go. By the way, my daughter Brittany is checking us out today. I just saw her recently when we went to Cincinnati for the Labor Day holiday weekend. Had a great time with her.
Now you said you left around 4:00. I mean, did you
morning,
at least wake them up to say goodbye, or you just sneak out of the house?
We just snuck out of the house, got to the vehicle. It wouldn't start. Called Auto Club. They got it started. Drove all the way to Eskridge Lexus in Oklahoma City.
Let me ask you this: like when you did you tell Brittany like later on? Like, the car didn't start. What did she say? You should have woke us up, or she's like, I'm glad you called AAA.
Yeah, she's glad we called AAA.
Don't wake me up.
What good was she going to be?
Sympathetic.
Oh yeah. I think she shared enough sympathy after we got home and let her know. We got to say hi to Maria Perez Couch checking us out today.
Hi.
And as you said, my wife Cindy is watching. Glad to have her with us. My daughter just sent 300 stars, 310.
Whoa.
Whatever that
Way
is.
to go.
Yeah.
Way
That's
to
a
go.
contribute to a new battery.
There you go. Excellent. All right, we got to take a break. It's commercial break time, where we tell you a little bit more about Flash Hauler and some of the other folks involved in making this show what it is today. We'll take a break and be right back.
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack, winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We've got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here.
Hey, Al, I'm at Othello's in Norman for our meeting. Where are you?
Jack, I'm at Othello's in Edmond. Let's grab some pizza and catch some football.
Oh, I'm having baked lasagna and the award-winning Othello's coconut cream pie.
Well, I get 1 slice before the game and 1 slice after the game.
Hey, Al, you're buying tonight because last time your credit card was denied.
Well, it seems that I've misplaced my wallet. See ya.
Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond. You bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash hauler it. Anytime you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow, Flash hauler it. Haul it, tow it, deliver it with Flash Hauler. Download the Flash Hauler app free. Do it now. Flash Hauler. All right, Flash Hauler, we've told you before, greatest company in the world when it comes to moving. The game changers in the moving industry. And they move locally. They move everywhere. And they have trucks and
you bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town?
A lot of young people,
Flash hauler it.
They move around, looking for a job or getting a job, moving around. But it's not only the young people that move. A lot of our senior citizens move as well as they finally got those kids out of the house. Mm-hmm. Well, Mom and Dad's house is what we're talking about, and they're affiliated with Flash Hauler, and they'll take care of you if you're downsizing or moving to senior living. Maybe you need to sell your house first. You get a headache when you just think about moving. I know I do. Well, all you have to do is just give them a call. That's Mom and Dad's house, affiliated with Flash Hauler. You won't be sorry.
There you go. And in case you want to know the number for Flash Hauler and Mom and Dad's house, here's a number for you to call, 405-383-3106. All right, And check them out online, flashholler.com. Great. Okay, we've got to get to email, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Because we get a ton of email from people with problems, people in crisis. They want answers. And they come to us for some unknown reason.
Oh, good luck. Dear Jack and Ron, school is in, and so are music classes. My neighbor has 2 kids in the band, and they practice all the time. Would be better if they were good, but they're but they're not. Got a problem. Looking for Jack and Ron to solve it.
Wow, how are we going to solve that problem?
Well, he didn't say what grade, but I guess old enough where they're in a band. But how about an agreement? Get with the parents. Get an agreement on when and for how long that they can practice and destroy your silence, and maybe some other folks in the neighborhood as well. I wish you had said something about what instruments they're playing. If it's a horn, good luck.
Oh, man.
If it's drums, you're even worse off.
Good luck with that.
So that's the deal. By the way, anybody have any other ideas as to how to deal with that, you can go ahead and let us know. You can go ahead and email us right here. Or you can go ahead and dial 509-5030 and give us your thoughts and receive a Jack and Ron baby picture.
Wow,
Just
what a prize.
simple.
What
Yeah,
a treasure.
I think so.
What a treasure. Okay, we've got some, I guess, Roy, the movie guy with us today, Richard?
Yes.
He is, okay. Let's check in with Richard, the movie man. Not Richard, Roy. Where did I get Richard?
Well, that's his name.
Oh, that's his name. Yeah, your name is Richard. Okay, Roy, the movie guy. Who's banging on the door down there? Do we know?
I was trying to see if I could see.
Is somebody trying to get in or get out? Which is
All I know is the restaurant doesn't open till 4, and that's why somebody's banging on the door. Okay, let's get to our
the movie guy.
Yeah, the movie guy, Roy. Let's check it out. See what he's got to say today. Hello, Roy.
Thank you, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend at the box office. And, of course, some box office numbers. We'll start there. The Nun 2 came in at number 1 with $32.6 million. The Equalizer 3, last week's winner, came in at number 2 at $12.1. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 with $10 million. A movie called Jawan came in at 6.2. And Barbie rounds out the top 5 with $5.9 million. Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend at the box office. We have a few titles. The first one is A Haunting in Venice, starring Kenneth Branagh, Michelle Yeoh, and Tina Fey. Belgian sleuth Hercule Poirot investigates a murder while attending a Halloween seance at a haunted palazzo in Venice, Italy. Rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour and 47 minutes long. Up next we have Dumb Money, starring Paul Dano, Sebastian Stan, Anthony Ramos. Everyday people flip the script on Wall Street and get rich by turning GameStop into one of the world's hottest companies. In the middle of everything is Keith Gill, a regular guy who starts it all by sinking his life savings into the stock. When his social media posts start blowing up, so does his life and the lives of everyone following him. As a stock tip becomes a movement, everyone gets wealthy until the billionaires fight back and both sides find their worlds turned upside down. Rated R with a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes long. And finally, to make a special mention, this movie is a limited release. If you can find it playing in your local theater, I highly recommend you go check it out. If you're a fan of Michael J. White's movie, the blaxploitation movie Black Dynamite, he has his new spaghetti western movie following up that movie, Outlaw Johnny Black. Cowboy Johnny Black vows to gun down Brett Clayton, the man responsible for the death of his father. He soon becomes a wanted outlaw while posing as a preacher in a small mining town that's been taken over by a notorious land baron. Rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours and 15 minutes long. And that's a look at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Roy.
It sounds good and violent, that one.
Yes, there's nothing like a good violent movie. You can sit down and you can talk and try to work things out, but it's nothing like just go ahead and give them a right cross.
No doubt about it. All right. Thanks, Roy. Good stuff. All right. We got to get to some more audio. There's been a recall. Get this. You got kids. If you have kids who are into Paw Patrol, that's a real big thing with kids. Young kids like 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. There's been a recall of Paw Patrol snacks after a website listed on the packaging leading people to, well, you could have gone, what they put on the packaging, if you clicked on it, went to the website, it took you to a pornographic site. Pornographic material.
What's the name of that site?
Yeah,
we got the name right?
The supermarket chain Lidl claims that the website's URL was compromised. Anyway, here's the Paw Patrol theme song. You'll love this for your kids. I don't know if it was played on the site. It's just the theme song that they use. Because
Paw Patrol. So there's nothing wrong with the snacks.
It's just the website that it directed you to.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
A pornographic site.
And once again, I ask, what's the name of this website?
We'll have to. Do
I mean, you can write it down right here.
I don't know it. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to Google it.
Well, thank you very much.
We do eat the snacks. I might go home and I'll try to send a picture.
Yeah, Google your Yahoo, and we'll find out what the story is.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I thought that was kind of funny. We want to say hi to Stephanie Waller-Wachynski.
Hey, Stephanie.
She's always online, always checking out the show. Appreciate that. All right, we got to get to the little element of the show we call
News of the I'll be damned.
Having trouble with my mega.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Think of the worst fight you've ever been on. Or flight, I should not fight. Think of the worst flight you've ever been on. Was it the turbulence? Crying baby? Maybe an unconventional Karen? Most people would take any of those over this. A Delta flight from Atlanta to Barcelona had to turn around on Friday due to a, quote, biohazard issue. More significantly, one of the passengers had diarrhea. And unfortunately, the situation wasn't contained to the lavatories. Someone posted a clip of the pilot talking to the air traffic controller. He said, quote, we've had a passenger who's had diarrhea all the way through the airplane.
Jeez. What was he doing, running up and down the aisle?
I guess.
Jeez.
It happened about 2 hours into the flight, but they weren't over the Atlantic yet. So,
they're going to throw him out?
Since it was technically a biohazard, they had to turn around and make an emergency landing back in Atlanta. Delta hasn't given a ton of details on it. Gee, I wonder why. They described it as a medical issue and said the plane was deep cleaned in Atlanta. Yeah, it better have been. So there you have.
What up and down the plane? I mean, come on.
Yeah, up and down the aisles.
I don't get that.
I don't know why.
And where was he sitting? I'll never sit in that seat or close to it again.
Why couldn't you get to the lavatory, or was it busy? If somebody's in, you know how the airlines are. If there's someone in the bathroom, you can't get in there until they're out. It's not like they have 20 stalls. Yeah.
Well, the next enterprising company putting together planes, how about more than one toilet?
Hey,
more than one area. You know, even if you have to break it down to men, women, whatever the case may be, I think one more would suffice rather than one for a plane full of people.
I agree.
Especially with the food you feed them.
I agree. All right, we've got to get to some more audio. We've got some audio. This is back, when we used to do the show, we always had we performed our own version of the old TV show, Leave It to Beaver, which featured, on the True TV show, it featured Jerry Mathers as the Beaver and his older brother, Wally, and his dad, Ward Cleaver.
I like our version better.
Yeah, and his mom, June Cleaver. But somehow, his teacher, Miss Landers, was always involved in our special episodes. Here's a classic, Jack and Ron, Leave It to Beaver. Check it out.
Gee, Dad, I feel kind of creepy.
Beeve, what is that?
I had to explain to the guys in gym class that my underpants are hand-me-downs from Brother Wally. The gym teacher says Brother Wally apparently wasn't as blessed as me, whatever that means. I just know these underpants are way too tight, especially in certain places. Then the word got around school, and, well, again, Miss Landers said something about like father, like son. Then Miss Landers said, this weekend's Halloween, Dad, and Miss Landers is dressing up as a nurse. She showed me her costume. Wow, Dad, Miss Landers looks like a real nurse with a stethoscope and everything. And her skirt is like really short, and the blouse is really tight and cut real low, and she has high-heel nurse's shoes. I bet she'd be a good nurse, Dad. Miss Landers said she would like you to come over next time you feel like you're coming down with a cold so she can give you some medicine that's going to fix you. She said, best to leave Mom at home, because it might take a while for her to prepare the right prescription. Dad, didn't you say you felt like you might be a little sneezy yesterday? Maybe you should go see Miss Landers. Or should I say Nurse Landers? Go see her tonight. I know Miss Landers will help you make feel better. She's going to make chicken parmesan for dinner with a Caesar salad, and she has tiramisu for dessert, and she told me she has 2 bottles of full-bodied Chardonnay. Dad, Mom's making Mrs. Paul's fish sticks with ketchup and some green peas. Dad, when you're done getting healthier at Miss Landers, could you bring me a to-go box for Miss Landers? Mom's cooking gives me the runs. But boy, that sounds like a good meal over there at Miss Landers, huh? Chicken parmesan and Caesar salad? And all Mom's got are those Mrs. Paul's fish sticks. If it don't say Mrs. Paul's, throw it back.
There you go. If it doesn't say Mrs. Paul's, throw it back.
Ooh, Miss Landers.
Miss Landers was really hot for Ward, wasn't she?
I don't know why he didn't go ahead and say, I noticed her, shirt was tight and low cut. Her, her skirt. I mean, you're noticing all the right stuff, but should he be noticing it?
Who, Beaver?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I think he was just taking notes for Dad in the classroom. All right, we got to get to we got to go do our. By the way, coming up here just a moment from now, after we do the Hollywood Report, we're going to play a video of a commercial we did for a juice company many years ago. You're going to want to see this. Do not go away.
Oh, boy.
Meanwhile,
I'm embarrassed.
It's your
sleazy, trashy showbiz report.
Well, Mary Kate Letourneau, do you remember her?
Oh, God,
and
yeah.
Billy?
Billy, yeah.
Billy, yeah. Their 24-year-old daughter is now pregnant. And I say there, but, she died, I think it was in 2008 or something like that. She had cancer.
Oh, so Mary Kay Letourneau.
Yeah, so it's just Billy and his 2 daughters. He says he couldn't be happier and is going to stand right by her.
Is she married?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
They answered the same question. Were you and Mom married? Well, never mind. We won't go through that. Ashton Kutcher and his wife wrote letters supporting Danny Masterson, who received 30 years for rape. And at the same time, the backlash for them writing this letter or these letters of support. It seems that Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson, when they were both on that 70s show, really misused Mila Kuning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in fact, they were on the hunt, it would seem, for young girls. Ashton Kutcher has, I guess, got out of it, but one of the ladies that they were harassing has now stepped forward and said that Danny Masterson deserved every year of that 30-year sentence.
That's pretty amazing.
They have him on suicide watch right now.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Jerry Maguire has been selected as the best football movie of all time.
No way.
Wait a minute. I disagree
kidding?
With that. I don't know who these
Jerry Maguire.
Who these folks are.
I mean, Jerry Maguire's okay. Show me the money. I mean, I enjoyed it. But aren't there other movies that are even better?
Did you ever see North Dallas 40?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, North Dallas 40 was fantastic. And then we've got 2 longest yards. How many Jerry Maguires have we had? So
just the one. What about the giant? What was that called? The one with Keanu Reeves.
The Replacements.
The Replacements. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another good movie.
Yeah, it was excellent. And in fact, there were a number of Varsity Blues.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And there are a number of movies. I don't know who came up with this Jerry Maguire. Maybe somebody who just likes Tom Cruise. I don't know.
Somebody in the Church of Scientology.
Yeah. the Chrisleys, both of them doing their time now, but for some reason have maybe good behavior. They've had a year shaved off their sentence.
Wow.
And Cher is putting out her first Christmas album ever, coming up in just a few weeks.
That's pretty amazing to think that Cher never did a Christmas album.
Yeah. Well, what does she have to be happy about?
Everybody else did them.
Yeah, so. Well, look for it. I don't know the name of it. And also they had The Masked Singer on last night, the premiere for the 10th season, and they had this lady come out, and it's Mouse, dressed as a mouse. She sang her butt off. Guys, I'm telling you, the powerful, powerful voice. And they waited until the end. I didn't know who it was, it could be, but it turned out to be Demi Lovato.
Wow.
And I recorded it because I was watching, Dallas beat up New York. But I have to play it back. Guys, the woman can sing. I mean, she can sing.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But now, somebody who can't act, perhaps, maybe you're looking at them right now. Some years ago, Jack and I put together we did this commercial for a juice company. And fortunately for some people, it never aired, but we still have it. And if you're watching this, hold on to your hat.
Because you want to share it with all your peeps on Facebook.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we're here in the kitchen with Granny. And Granny, from what I understand, there are now 2 ways to enjoy the great taste of America's favorite orange juice.
That's right, honey. It's Sunkist New Country Style. Has more pulp with a great taste of Sunkist. Here, check it out.
Well, you know, it looks more like fresh squeezed.
Tastes more like fresh squeeze. Makes Granny want to dance.
Sunkist frozen concentrates. Enjoy the great taste of Sunkist, including New Country Style with more pulp.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. Sunkist is probably saying, why don't we run that again?
Better than that. Everything's better than that.
Let's run that again. Let's go ahead and put that out there. You know, and the thing is, you know, looking at Ron dressed in the Granny outfit, it took like 3 hours for them to do the makeup, the hair, and everything. It was a long process, and then it was a long day at the shoot.
Yeah, you were Mr. Green Jeans. You had it made. All you had to do was put on a hat, some coveralls, and a straw.
I know. Well, here's the deal. That wasn't the only one of those we recorded. We've got another one, and we'll show it to you next week right here on the Jack and Ron video podcast.
If you had a chance to see it, you can talk about it and tell them if they recorded the podcast, they can see it. If not, next week. Or, as a matter of fact, you'll be able to catch it here starting, was that Wednesday?
Yeah.
But check it out.
All right. Let's see. Mary Ellen Miller is checking us out today, too. Appreciate that. Which means it's about time for us to get to the
dumbass joke of the day.
Everybody ready? Huh? Okay.
I'm never ready for that.
We have 3 very cheesy jokes, and we ask Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes. So, yes, Ron now gets to pick his cheese. Number 1, the Reverend. Number 2, the Paper Boy. Number 3, the Doctor's Report. The Reverend, the Paper Boy, the Doctor's Report.
Well, Lord have mercy. Let's go with the Reverend.
Here we go. One day, the Reverend of the church was walking to a member of his congregation's place for a visit. But he had with him a package he wanted to mail, so he asked a young boy where he could find the post office. Thank you. When the boy had directed him to the post office, the Reverend thanked him and said, "If you come to my church this evening, you can hear my sermon as I tell everyone how to get to heaven." And the boy said, "I think I'll pass. If you don't even know your way to the post office, how the hell are you going to know how to get to heaven?" Whoa. I got another one for you. Paperboy said to a customer one day, "Hey, Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith, I wish I had 20 customers just like you." And Mr. Smith says, "Gosh, that's nice to hear, but I'm kind of surprised considering I never tip all that well, and I always pay late." Paperboy said, "I know, but I still like to have 20 customers like you. Problem is I have 140 customers like you." Hey, want one more?
You're on a roll.
All right.
Come on with it.
A woman has a massive stroke. Her husband says, "How bad is it, doctor?" The doctor says, "Well, I think she could live another 10 or 20 years, only one problem." The husband says, "What's the problem?" The doctor says, "She will no longer have use of her arms or legs. You'll have to feed her every meal. Also, she'll no longer have control of her bowels or her kidneys.
Jeez.
You'll have to deal with her bathroom needs. And she won't be able to see very well." Husband says, "Wow. So this is how it's going to be from now on?" And the doctor says, "No, I'm just kidding. She died." Come on.
Jeez.
Come on, man. Does nobody find that amusing?
Death?
Maybe I just have a
just got dark,
warped sense of humor. Yeah.
Man, you came right back after Labor Day, and it's a whole different
Ready to go, yeah. All right, so what do we got next? Oh, Tribond. It's time to do Tribond, where we give you 3 words. You got to come up with one word that works with a 3. Your answer, I say, should match ours or has to match ours. Okay, so August 28th, we gave you this one because we've been gone for 2 weeks. Pin, that's P-I-N, rock, stone. Pin, rock, stone. I think one of you guys had the answer for that one.
I did not.
No? Pin, rock, stone.
Let's see.
Cushion.
Who?
Cushion. No.
Cushion
Want me to
rock?
give you the answer?
I have absolutely no. I can't even begin to guess.
All right, we're going with rolling pin, rolling rock, rolling stone.
Rolling rock?
It's a beer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't drink, so
Oh.
I had no chance of ever getting that.
I'm so sorry.
Huh.
That really just depresses me. All right, here's Tribon for this week.
I've seen too many of you guys drink. I said, I don't want to be like that.
Don't be like those idiots. All right, here's today's Tribon. We'll give you the answer on next Monday, September 18th. The 3 words today: deodorant, fish, ball. Oh, this is so easy. A 3-legged dog with 1 eye and no tail could get this. I'll give it to you. Deodorant, fish, ball.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. Lay it on us.
What is it?
Stick.
Stick is correct.
Oh.
Deodorant stick, fish stick, stick ball.
All right. So we stick with that one, or do we go with another one?
Means I have to come up with a new one for next week.
Well, you know, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can post it on social media.
Yeah.
Post it on Facebook.
I'll see if I can do it. See if I find the time. All right. So
Brian Maxey said drop.
Oh, he said drop.
Like pin drop.
Drop
Rock drop.
Yeah.
Well, it was wrong, Brian. Sorry.
Yeah, but good try.
Yeah, thanks for checking it out.
All right, we got to get to Too Tough Trivia and wrap this thing up.
All right. First of all, you never drink and drive.
Right.
You just don't do it. However, in the United States, there's only one state where it is not illegal to drink and drive. What state is it? And hold on for a hot second, because while you all do that, because let's see, they may have some guesses out there. Brian didn't.
Checking the Jack and Ron Facebook page to see if anybody contributes.
The only state where it is not illegal to drink and drive.
And I think you pointed out before we went on the air that you still have to stay under the legal limit, whatever that might be in this state.
Yeah, you know, so why are they going to pull you over? Because you're drunk? Okay, so what happens to you? You're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah.
It's not illegal to drink and drive. Maybe it's illegal to drink and be drunk.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And they said the legal limit, whatever it is in that state.
0.8, I think.
Okay.
0.08 or 0.8 or something like that.
If you register more than that, you're going to the pokey. All right.
But in the meanwhile, have a drink.
Any answers? Anybody? I said Washington, and I think Richard said Montana.
Yeah, and I said think down south.
And you came up with the answer, which is?
Mississippi. Mississippi.
Brian Maxey did get it.
Hey, Brian, way to go, dude.
He must have had just enough time to Google it.
Oh, all right, brother.
Good
there
job.
You go.
Good job. All right, we got to wrap this thing up.
That's why I don't go to Mississippi ever, man. Like I said,
not my favorite state.
When you get ready to go to Mississippi, right before you cross over, you fill up your gas tank, get you something to drink, use the restroom so you don't have to stop.
Yeah, you just go right through that state.
No kidding.
All right, we got to wrap this thing up. Thanks to Flash Hauler, major sponsor of the show. Check it out. The game changers in the moving industry, Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com. And thanks to our good friends here at Othello's Italian Restaurant. Othello's Italian Restaurant in Norman on Campus Corner and here in downtown Edmond. Come on out, check it out. They open at 4 o'clock daily.
That's right. Hey, and don't forget to, if you like one of the Jack and Ron baby pictures, signed, I might add, all you need to do is give us a call at 405-509-5030 with your soap opera moment or whatever comments you may need to ask or make, and let us know exactly what your address is, and it's just that simple. We'll be sure and mail it out to you. It's going to be one day, Not yet, but one day this is going to be famous.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, one day.
All right. Well, we got to go. Thanks for putting up with us. Thanks for paying attention to what we're doing here today. And thanks to Richard for doing such a great job as our producer, director. And so when you go out to do what you do it like Jack and Ron. Come on. Be somebody that gets respect, earns the respect of those by giving it your best. Go out there, give it 110, 120, 130% effort like Jack and Ron. Go out there, give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good day.